Need cheap coins right now? Check out redzonecoins.com. For the very best discount available, use code DIRECTOR for 20% off. Hold up. 20% off? That's cheaper than any other YouTuber. Big ups to redzonecoins.com. Use code DIRECTOR. Yoda brothers, what's up? It's the Director. Today we're doing the budget team. You know what? I see that look in your face. Sit down! Some people just getting to Madden Ultimate Team this year, maybe they don't have a lot of coins right now, bros, and they want to play some head-to-head. I feel like, after carefully selecting this team, you could definitely get into head-to-head and have some fun with this team. And like I said in my last couple of videos, we did one for like the most expensive cards. We did one for like the mid-price cards. This is going to be your huge budget beast. Some of these guys, you can slide into the lineup, while you're, grinding out the coins to upgrade, let's say, your wide receiver or your halfback or whatever. In the meantime, these guys can hold down the fort for you in head-to-head. So guys, before we get started with this video, hit us up with a like and sub if you do enjoy this content. Small amount of time you guys take to hit the like, sub, and bell notification. Helps out a lot. Let's get into this video. Lights, camera, action. The Budget Beast video. It should be good, man. There's guys out here that are going to need this video throughout the year, so it's a good thing to get out of the way now. Also, keep in mind, this team right now, I'm posting this the day before the Superstar MVPs Part 2 comes out, so keep an eye out for those golds tomorrow. I really feel like that promo is really, really good for some budget beasts. You're going to see a lot of them in this team composition today. Let's start at quarterback because this is going to be one of those positions you do need to spend up a little bit on, but trust me, you don't want to roll out there with a gold quarterback this year. It's going to be a bad time. Aaron Rodgers, I feel like, is the best value you're going to get at quarterback right now. I know 26,000 seems like a lot, but really, dudes, you want that throw power and you want those accuracies to be over 80. So if you have to, get Aaron Rodgers, man. Trust me, he's going to be worth more coin than any other position on your team. But if you're like, Director, budget video, then go ahead and try and get this Ben Roethlisberger from the solos, the rival solos. He's pretty good too. Very, very close to what you would get in Aaron Rodgers, and of course, you can get this card for free. Next up, let's take a look at halfback. Now, again, I would highly recommend getting your epics done so you can get this Adrian Peterson who comes out with 86 speed. Definitely one of the better in the game, especially for a freebie card, but if you just want to get head-to-head right now, highly recommend this Jonathan Taylor who has 85 speed, a little bit slower, but if you're just using him as a temporary bag, I love Jonathan Taylor. I actually used him a little bit at the beginning of the year. Very, very nice card on a good budget. And also keep in mind, as we're going through this, you can choose, there's a whole bunch of different selections, guys, that you can make in like your solos and stuff. So if you want to go tight end instead of Big Ben, you can do that. If you decide to pick up Aaron Rodgers, if you went Adrian Peterson, maybe you don't want to pick Eddie George, that's totally fine too. So keep in mind your captains and stuff, I'll point them out, but for the most part, you can only choose one of these except for the epics. You can do all of these epics if you want to get Larry Fitzgerald, Adrian Peterson, the other guys I'll show you in a minute. But keep in mind, as you're composing this team, which one of the captains you want and which one of the rivals you want, because that'll play a big part in who you want to pick up on the auction block. Next up, it's your wide receivers. Really no surprise here, man. 89 speed for John Ross, 89 speed for Marquise Brown, and 89 speed for Henry Ruggs. I have them placed on the team just like this. Ruggs at 1, Marquise at 2, and John Ross at 3. Make sure you get this Larry Fitzgerald at some point. He's not as fast, but if you can get him there in the slot instead of, let's say, a John Ross, he comes down with everything, man. He's your converter. Definitely one of those guys you want to get. Fullback doesn't really matter as long. I would recommend maybe this Michael Burton, but if you just want to go with some rando there for a while, that's totally fine. Let's get into the tight ends offensive line. Now, tight ends are super simple. Just get as much speed as you can in there at the cheapest price. So 2.9K, 81 speed is not bad. Noah Fant, probably one of my favorite, up and risers this year. 82 speed, highly recommend him as your number 1. And again, there's always the option to go get Zach Ertz if you're good in other places with the Rivals promo. Let's zoom in on this offensive line. I tried to compose this in the cheapest way possible while hitting the attributes that I feel are most important. At tackles, Charles Leno, I feel, is a really good value. On the tackles, I wanted to get better pass blocking where I could find it. 78 and 79 on run block too is pretty good for what you're getting out of Charles Leno Jr. Taylor Moton, let's see, he's got pass block of 77 with run block 78, so I feel like those are two pretty good cheap ends. But I also want you to keep in mind this Russell Okung. This guy's only going for 17,000 coins. He comes with an ability called Edge Protector. That's huge this year. It's a 1,000 training point ability that you're getting pretty much for free. So I'd highly recommend adding him to the team if you can afford him. Where did he go? Stupid. Next up, let's go to guard and left guard and right guard. These guys, I wanted more strength on him if I could find it. So 86 strength on Will Hernandez is pretty nice. Jason Peters here with 87 strength as well is also pretty good. And then center, last of all, I did want more awareness because the lowest awareness on your offensive line gets swapped with his awareness if he is your starter. So 82 awareness, 79 overall, definitely not bad for the position. But really, it's just kind of, this is one of the last things that you should be upgrading on a budget squad. Next up is defense. Just keep in mind, dudes, you need to spend up some places, okay? Your quarterback is one of them. Defense is going to have a couple of positions like that too, because you just need that speed out there, period. Let's start at linebacker, your user. Definitely want to pick up this 81 overall Devin Bush. 86 speed over here. I know it's a little hard to see. That's great. He also has 85 hit power, 65 zone. This should be your user if you don't have anybody else right now. Also, Jalen Smith is definitely an option if you want to do those solos. Let's take a look at Devin White. Devin White also 85 speed, very self-explanatory for your number 2. Jalen Smith, I would highly recommend if you're going to be doing those rival solos to choose him. Left outside linebacker. This is where things got a little tricky for me, man. These positions, it's so hard. I was just like, let's just go with straight up speed if we can find it at these positions. Bruce Irvin's a really great option at 84 speed, but if you want that same speed at a much cheaper cost, Shaquem Griffin is definitely the move there. Sam Ebukam, 80 speed at the outside linebacker position for him, 7,800 coins. Definitely not bad, but definitely go with one of these guys, the team builders too, if you want around the same speed for a little bit higher coin. But these outside linebacker positions, really hard to fill out right now. Let's take a look at Eric Rowe next. Eric Rowe is going to be your strong safety, 85 speed. You must have speed out there, guys. He's definitely kind of a liability in coverage, but as long as you can click on and get picks, that's what's most important. What I would do personally is run Darnell Savage out of position at free safety if you have to. Darnell Savage, man, 89 speed. That is exactly what you want up top. So, and then again, those click on interceptions should be simple enough. At strong safety, if you want to go buy somebody, definitely check out this Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates here, he's okay on speed, 85 speed. And again, he's going to give you the opportunity for those click-ons. If you want to go do those solos for the epics, you can definitely pick up this Ronnie Lott as well. I'd highly recommend that. Safety is so important this year. You don't want to get beat up top. Next up, let's take a look down in the bottom row here. Let's start with these guys because they're super simple. I just go for straight like strength and block shed if I can find it on these cards. So Daron Payne, 86 strength. The block shed at 74 may seem low, but at the same time, you're looking for budget options there. And then Steve McClendon, not too good on the strength, but decent on the block shed with 73. So he's your number 2 though. On the defensive ends, however, Josh Allen, 78 speed with decent strength at 73 as well. And then your finesse move is, I think, is what I was going for at 75. Isn't too bad. Dante Fowler is a great option. One of my favorite budget guys at the beginning of the year. 76 speed is great. 80 finesse move is fantastic. Definitely get him down there on the line. Also consider Leroy Glover for this position too. That's who I have, but that's just how I composed my team. Taking a look at Denzel Ward. This is where you have to spend up a little bit again, guys. Trust me, you're gonna want to do this. It's really tough to beat anybody on head-to-head if you have no speed. Denzel Ward offers you 88 speed at the cornerback position. Worth it. On the other side here, Dante Jackson, 89 speed at the quarterback position. Worth it. Javius Ward over here, 86 speed, which is a little bit lower, but he's going to be your slot guy. Worth it. Other guys, I mean, if you guys are starting Ultimate Team right now, your choice for your team captain should definitely be Aeneas Williams. 85 speed is a little bit low, but you can still power him up, get his speed up a little bit higher. Run him in the slot until then, guys. He's definitely the move if you're just starting right now. And then also keep in mind, Jack Youngblood is definitely worth pursuing if you're going to be going, you know, budget squad right now. 79 speed is insane. 88 power move, 83 finesse move. The block shed at 81 is great. So those are the guys that I would highly recommend. And then kicker and punter, just get the cheapest guys you can find, maybe in the gold range to get things going. So these are the guys that I would highly recommend for a budget squad right now. Honestly, dudes, I would feel confident going into head-to-head with this entire team right here because all the attributes that I was looking for at specific positions, they hit the mark that I'm comfortable with. Just make sure that your quarterback and your user are good, and more importantly, I think for me, you have speed at cornerback because people are getting killed out there with those John Rosses. These guys that I told you guys to go get, yeah, they're designed to kill people that don't have good speed at cornerback. So, guys, in the comment section below, if you guys know of any other budget beasts that would be worthy of this team, let me know in the comments section. Should be a good time. Remember, tomorrow when Superstar MVP 2 comes out, please, please, please go look for the golds because there's going to be a lot of good budget beast options in there. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. This has been the Director. We'll see you next time, and as always, stay frosty.